Alright guys, so today I'm going to go over ATR. So ATR is a technical analysis indicator that measures market volatility by decomposing the entire range of an asset price for that period. Average true range is the full abbreviation. So as you can see, it's going to be under here. It's called ATR. You can also set the time period under length here. Um, so basically, a lot of people ask me, when do I know when to get out of a play? So precisely, obviously, there's other tools and indications I use to like maximize profit or get out of a loss before a big um, reversal. But this is one of the tools I personally use. There's different ways you can gauge it, but for newer traders, I recommend having the actual indicator below your volume. But basically, as you can see, we're looking at MSTR, and you can see that at the last week on the hourly time frame, we've moved $10.08 per hour, which is pretty big movement. So each candle on average is $10. Obviously, that's a little skewed, but it gives you an estimate of what you should look at uh, for when you want to look for high quality trades. So obviously the higher ATR, the more rate of change you are going to have for options. You don't want to trade things that are low ATR. So let's see, maybe Apple. Apple's at $1.52, but I bet there is a time where Apple was moving very slow. So where was that? 90 cents. All right, somewhere in here it was around 90 cents. Um, so like right here on Friday, October the 25th, you can see we're moving 97 cents an hour. Ideally, you don't really want to trade that because we're looking to make as much profit as we can without a reversal or this chop. You're going to lose a lot more on DK than you are profiting, but you want to look for things like this. But ideally, you want to stay away from names like this unless we have a big move. Obviously, you saw like right here when we are on an uptrend, we're moving $2 an hour. Obviously, you want to look for something more in that range. Um, we'll go back to MSTR here. So, ideally, you want to look for high ATR stocks first for the most profit potential. Two, you want to pay attention to the actual ATR itself on the hourly. I find that it's more accurate on the hourly chart. Obviously, if you go to the daily chart, it's a little skewed. 34, 64, which might not be totally off, but hourly is better for day trading. So you want to look for high ATR stocks. Then you just want to back test it a little bit. I mean, as you can see right here, this little $36 when this happened, $27. So this is a good indication of when you should get out of a play. So obviously I have this 344 level marked. We went in this uptrend. So ideally, I'm like, okay, mentally, I already know that the stock moves $10 an hour. There's no significant news happening for this stock or in the market. So there's really nothing driving the market to go higher or lower in that case. So obviously, 244 to 263. I mean, that's pretty realistic for that $10 an hour ATR. So that gives me kind of an indication of my profit target a little bit. Obviously, I do use other things like trimming, but ATR is just an overall good tool to use to keep your head in check and just keeping a mental note. I mean, you're not gonna have stocks that are gonna go 1,000%. This just keeps you in reality, and that's what you want to do when you're in trading. So yeah.